Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Jackson now. He dumps it off for Henry. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Fighting ahead at the 15. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. Jackson going to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On play action, here's Williams. Rolling to his right. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Here we go, set. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready.
To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3. Mustang 19. Ready.
To throw, it's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Set. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 79 Bronco. Set, go.
Williams going to look to throw again. And again, back to Kmet. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Ready. Go.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost. Five-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Set. Ready. Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Set up.
To the air, Williams. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Looking to throw is Williams. A pass complete to a dude. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw for it with Williams. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Moore, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 more there and another first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Moore, the motion man right. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 2nd and 6. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. Williams loses the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. 0 turnovers in this game so far. The trend continues, but barely. Offense lucky that one went out of bounds.
Yeah, they're very fortunate because when a game's going along like this one and neither side has turned the ball over, sometimes that first one can really flip things to their advantage in this type of a game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Buffalo 18. Warriors 70.
Broski got me. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in a, she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow, harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I released my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries with the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a G, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She still with the G's, then she know it. Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tied like ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries with
could tell me I'm not wet my way and go, yeah. I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. Off we go from Soldier Field. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
On the double.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Set. Ready. 19 Lions. Ready, ready.
A play fake. Now Williams. He finds his big tight end Everett. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Now, a deep shot for Allen. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by their rookie corner. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
What? 14, front it.
They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Wilson. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Set, go.
And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
Ready, ready.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. That's called in at the 2. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Each quarterback picked off in that turnover-filled first quarter. 0-0 is the score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's third and goal. Moore going in motion. They'll try to run with Swift. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Chicago.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now Russ. That'll be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And he'll be taken down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. Ready.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Third and goal.
Ready. Hot, go.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. Third and goal.
Dragon 60. Ready.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal.
A 24-yard attempt.
His kick is perfect. And the Bears going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
At their own 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get that complete. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Bears have it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
70 Rangers. Go.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
This is an RPO, and quickly they'll hit Allen. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. picking up the first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
18, Pioneer. Hut, hut.
Williams gonna look to throw it on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front. That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Panther 60, Panther sit down. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Off play action. Here's Williams. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Carlos Santos to kick off for
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
30-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert.
Wilson. Now he'll air one out. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime along the lakefront here in Chicago, and the Bears are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
All goes special. All goes special. Quick. Got it, got it, got it. Cut.
Here's Harris. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Quick.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Zebra.
Here's Wilson. He'll try to run for it.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of first.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll go, and it's Harris. And he's going to have the Steelers first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down.
This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to keep it himself. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
On the handoff, it's Harris. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Play action. Now, Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for first and goal. They'll run with Harris. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Here now, second down and goal. One more time, it's Harris. And he will score! Game on! Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Makes the score Bears 13, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Tyler Scott from his end zone. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. First and 10.
Ready.
Moore going in motion. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. Second and 11.
Buffalo 18. Set up. Warrior 70. Take over.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Working across the field, he's got Allen. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Second and a yard.
Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Moore going in motion. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Set.
Now a toss, left side, it's Swift. And they are not gonna catch him. He's in. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Bears. That his second touchdown tonight.
And that's exactly